Legends, what's happening? Thought I'd just share a little bit of detail about exactly where I'm at with the process, where I started and where I'm currently at. So I started around 98 to 99 kilos. I was about 47 kilos of muscle mass and I had around 15 to 16% of body fat on my body. I was probably consuming anywhere from 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day. And whilst that number, when you look at it if you looked at it financially, there's a $300 difference. But when you think about calories, 300 calories is actually really easy to consume. So it's not a great deal of difference in variance there, unless you're trying to get very specific and get a certain outcome, then it is a lot. So keeping in mind, when I started, 98 to 99 kilos, around 47 kilos of muscle mass and 15% body fat. At the time, we cut my calories down to about 2,500, so a reduction of approximately 2 to 500. From a steps perspective, I used to hit about 7,500 and then I consistently started doing 10,000 steps. From a training perspective, I used to train 3 to 4 times a week, and at that point I started doing exactly 5 sessions a week. Now, I'm 94 kilos, so I've lost about 4 kilos. In that process, I've actually gained some muscle mass because I've changed my training. Some of the muscle groups that I'm training each week, I'm actually hitting twice opposed to just once. So there's more volume going on the body. From a body fat perspective, I'm sitting at around 11%. So I've actually gone from about 15% body fat down to 11% body fat. Just to get really specific on exactly what I've done to get to where I'm at now in dropping 4 kilos, most of which has obviously been body fat. What I've done is I've dropped 300 to 500 calories per day, and I've done that every single day, so I've stuck to about that 2,500 calorie mark. I've bumped up my steps from 7,500 to 10,000 steps per day. I've gone from training 3 to 4 times a week up to training 5 times a week. They're the 3 simple metrics that I've changed to make sure that this progress has happened to this point. Now, there's some things that I want to share that I'm not doing, all right? One thing that I'm not doing is just taking it easy. I've set a goal. It's specific, it's got a timeline, I know exactly what I want to achieve, and I've got a roadmap and a plan and accountability and systems and structure built around it to make sure that the things that I do and the effort that I put in are actually going to take me to that end result. The next thing that I'm not doing is absolutely obsessing over calories, the scales, and making sure that I hit right down to the last gram of every single thing. A plus or minus 5% is absolutely okay, and clearly it's working because I'm still getting progress. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you're probably not going to end up on a bodybuilding stage, competing in extremely high level sports, or doing anything that requires you to just be over the top obsessed with every single specific detail along the journey. But what you can do is hit 90 to 95% of the things that you need to do every day to achieve the result, which is far better than most likely what I was doing and what you're probably doing now. The next thing I'm not doing any running, I'm not doing any jogging, and I'm not doing any HIIT related exercises. I'm strength training, I'm walking, I'm focusing on my diet. That's it. Next thing I'm not doing is adding extra exercises, extra sets, and extra reps. I'm sticking to a specific plan. It's built out across a timeline, just making sure I do exactly what it says. And the last thing that I want to share with you that I'm not doing, and this is really, really important, male, female, for anyone watching, is that I'm not under eating thinking that that's going to speed up my results. I'm a busy guy. I run a full-time, face-to-face personal training business with a bunch of clients that I love working with. I run an online coaching company where I have to look after clients, get on phone calls, get on Zoom calls, check their programming, keep them accountable to doing the things that they said they want to do, just like I'm doing along this journey. I'm a husband, I'm a cat owner, I've got chickens, I've got things to do in my life. I've got responsibilities, I need energy, I need vitality, I need to be my best self. So if I put myself in a really, really hard calorie deficit, which is not required to hit a goal and get a result, I won't have energy, I won't have vitality, my moods will be terrible, I won't be sleeping properly. All these things happen when you eat in a calorie deficit that's far too low for what you need to do. However, I'm progressing towards the goal every single week in a strategic way to make sure that I execute the goal, but along the journey, I don't drop any of the other balls that I'm responsible for. So I just wanted to share that key piece because it's come up so much lately with clients where they're like, I want to eat less and eat less and eat less because that's going to get me the result that I want. Well, no, we're already eating less. What you need to do is stick to the plan. The biggest time that I see people wanting to reduce their calories and think that under eating is going to work is when they're actually snacking and overeating and binging and loading certain foods up on their plate outside of the plan. And so they're trying to do a harder calorie deficit to make up for it. Obviously not always the case, but it's something that I've noticed a lot recently, and I wanted to share that nugget because if that's you, it's your other habits, it's your other decision making, it's those other moments in your life where you haven't got control, you haven't created systems and structure to make sure you don't overconsume, and you're trying to make up for it here. Like I said, not always the case, but it's something that's come up fairly recently. I know some of you guys and girls who I work with will be watching this video, and I know we've had that conversation recently, so you'll probably be having a little smirk while you listen. Anyway, I wanted to share those things. I hope that has helped you just get a bit of an understanding of where we're at. There's still a way to go to the end of the year. Talk soon. Mate, don't talk to me about cold.
So exactly the same again. So lock everything in place, right? Take the pull, power, pull. Right, lock everything in place. Don't rush it, Johnny. Yeah, good. Attention, what are we doing? Good. Up, good. Come on, finish strong. Up, 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 up. Two more, strong. Pull, good. Last one. Pull. Yeah. Good. So, you're good at keeping people on track and accountable to their goals.
Yes.
Frame it up as that?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
To the goal that they set, right?
Good. Yep.
And if that changes, then and then it's about working out, righto, has that truly changed, or are you just sick of doing the work?
Yep.
Or are you yeah, so just identifying all that. Righto, legends, very quick checking because we've got to get into some training. Can you go back to that the other sheet with the skin fold? All right, finally, got the camera working. Legends, we are, what are we, halfway through? We're about halfway through. And we've got a little bit of a report in because we've done another scan. So here's some an idea of progress for you. So I started at 98, slowly dropping down, 93. Muscle mass dipped a little bit at the start, now we're climbing back up. We've got body fat mass continually coming down, so just under 10 kilos now. And then from a body fat percentage perspective, was 15 and now it's tracking down, so we're almost in the single digits. So obviously the goal was to get the single digit body fat, but we're not happy with 9.9, are we?
No.
We want like a little bit lower. So calories have changed and we're sitting, what are we gonna do? Just over.
So we have had a reduction of...
Please say hello to Tree Tran.
G'day everybody. So we have had a reduction of 234 calories per day. So we're going to be a little bit more aggressive over the next couple of weeks because I feel like John's not far off from sort of hitting a plateau where his metabolism adapts to what we're trying to do. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of that and be a little bit more aggressive before that happens. So stay tuned for more ripped and diced Johnny Salmon coming up.
Coming up very soon.